we need leadership. We need leadership and we need financing. And these are two things.
Capitalism.
Yeah, these are two things that are lacking right now in our community, unfortunately. In my personal opinion, I think that, like, people are begging for it. The youth who I come across, and so I'm just, at least for me, I'm just trying to figure out how can I build community. How can I bring people together and be that voice? How can I bring the people who are being that voice in other communities to speak on it? Give them a platform to speak on it and do their work. I'm just now starting to build a network and working on that part of it. Because, it's hard out here. It's hard out here for a teacher. Like, all this stuff I'm doing, it's all off the clock. You know what I mean? Like, I have a full-time job. I have all kinds of private students. I've got, the Contraband Wagon. I've got all kinds of mentorship things that I do on the side. I'm like playing poker, trying to build that up, trying to find different avenues to create the kind of education and mentorship and system that will actually be impactful in people's lives. And it is so much work, man. It is tiring, exhausting work because you start coming up against evil, for lack of a better word. You come up, like, evil will reach out and say no. So, like, you start being exposed to it more concentrated, if you will, in a more concentrated fashion. And it really sobers you, right? And I think that's what scares people and makes them run away, because they're like, oh, this is what we're dealing with? Never mind. Because it's one thing to, theorize or, like, think about past atrocities or this or that. But when you start trying to do something yourself in your own life, and then, like, a snake comes out and is like, and you're just like, wait, what? Like, yes, this is the real stuff is happening now in front of you, to you. So, yes.
To you.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, so.
And that, I think, again, to your point, like, a lot of people don't want that smoke. A lot of people don't want that smoke. They want to live their nice life in their suburban neighborhood, take their kids to ballet or whatever it is, and, hope for the best, and I don't want to be a hypocrite and sound like I'm all almighty. I was hoping for the best, and that didn't work. And so now I want to make sure that I'm taking action.
And you're not idle. That's really the thing. You're not idle. Like, that's all we need. We don't need people out here trying to save the world. All right. Like realistically, like, that's not, that's not something for the vast majority of people to aim for. What we need people out here to do is not be idle.
Yes.
Just don't be idle. Do not choose complacency, and yes, it's a lifestyle that is in conflict with what the country wants you to do. It is.
Yes. Good call.
It's in conflict with what capitalism requires for you to be highly successful and make a lot of money. It's true. And that's something that every individual person has to look at and examine and come to terms with and then make a choice on. But, like, ultimately right now, we're not even getting to the point where people are choosing. People are not even contemplating the choice itself, and it's automatic programming to follow the system. It's automatic programming to follow the paths that have been laid out for you. And, we've got to instill in people that revolutionary spirit that says it's time for a change, a radical change. We can no longer exist this way. We cannot, we've seen, the world has now seen, the catastrophes, the evil, the death, the violence that is wrought, for profit, for nothing, for paper. Not even paper anymore, for the click of a few buttons. Okay.
Exactly.
We cannot call ourselves supporting of humanity while we stand idly by, while that's the way humanity operates. We cannot. We have to choose. All right. The choice has to come. The time is now. Choose. Do you want to support humanity flourishing? Will you do that in any small way that you can, whether it's by educating yourself, whether it's by educating your community, whether it's by building community, whether it's by building solidarity, whether it's by educating people about power, whether it's about educating people about their rights, whether it's about helping people achieve their goals within the system so they can then gain power and then use that power in furtherance of a revolutionary cause. Whatever it is, whatever small part you have to play, if you make that choice, that's all we need. All we need is that. The rest will follow. And sir, you've made your choice. You wrote that amazing book. You asked me to edit it and to read it, and I'm so grateful that you did. And this has been a great conversation, really thought-provoking for me. And I appreciate you so much, brother. Thank you.
Man, I can't even tell you how grateful I am that you allowed me into your space. I love the conversation. Anytime we can talk, anytime, it doesn't have to be at this platform or whatever, and I know you had said earlier, about how we met and stuff. I consider you a friend. I value your existence. The work that you do, I acknowledge it. Thank you for having me on. This is my first time ever, doing something like this, especially when related, to trying to plug a book. Never thought I'd be plugging anything, but it is a great opportunity. And thank you again, man. I am honored. I am truly honored, and I hope we can continue to work to see some of our ideas come to fruition.
Oh, yes, sir. Absolutely. This is not a one-off. You are now part of my community, sir. And so therefore, we will be continuing to be in communication. And as I grow, so too will you grow, sir. And that is the plan. The plan is radical cooperation as far as I'm concerned. So happy to have you as a partner in this journey, sir.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Thanks for watching. For access to the full-length conversation and all of the 2-hour-long unedited conversations that I've had on race, click the support link in the description below. Thanks for your support and see you next time.